Well, when it comes to being with Fish and with Fish's rebuild, we're young. We're a young team right now, and bringing Amari onto the squad, it definitely helps have that experience and that older guy there to lean on. Although that I'm not an underclassman, but it does feel good to have someone there that's also with me, so it doesn't feel like everything's just on me.
What was the biggest difference playing in the Big Ten and going against the Big Ten cornerbacks versus what it was like in the Pac-12?
I wouldn't really say there's much of a difference on the outsides. Corners are corners. I say, of course, they're maybe a little longer, bigger, I'd say, just because it's the Big Ten, Bigger guys over there, supposedly. So, but yeah, I think it was around the same. Football's football, Corners are corners, safeties are safeties, receivers are receivers.
What do you need to get better? You talked about taking the next level. What are some of those things you saw after the season that your goals, without getting too personal?
I think I'll just focus on the receiver room. I think as a receiver room, we just need to grow like a tighter bond. I would come back to Rome and J-Mac and Jalen Polk when they were here, and I just remember their bond that they had and their connection. Having Amari, bringing him in, I think that he's going to help be able to bring us into a tighter knit bond. Just having older guys, younger guys, and being able to bring those younger guys up with us into that. More from playing like a freshman to playing more like a junior.
Sounds like a leadership.
role,
Somebody that's,
yeah.
But sounds like you've taken that role for you to have that awareness. Can you talk about your leadership and how that's grown?
Yeah, so I say with my leadership right now, it's just about bringing these young guys in, getting them in, getting them used to having to do extra things without, coaches on their back, getting them used to taking care of their bodies, getting them used to, just being on a 12-hour schedule every day. Not necessarily 12-hour schedule, making sure you're doing everything for your body, eating right, watching film. Even though you're a freshman, you never know you might get thrown in that game, So just make sure to bring those younger guys along and getting their culture right so that when we do hit spring ball, we can hit the ground running. And I think that's the biggest progress that we need.
Physicality as a wide receiver, how important is that?
Physicality, I think that's very important, especially in today's game. You got, I feel like holding is a big thing when it comes to DB receiver play. And I feel like being able to be physical as a receiver, not being able to be moved, and just being able to shrug off an arm or something is a very impactful thing in this game right now.
Last one for me, and how difficult is it to try to get stronger, and yet you have to kind of, do you know what I'm saying? You can't bulk up too much, but you want to keep your soft hands. So what's that balance?
I think the balance is putting trust into our strength coaches and putting trust into the people around us. So they put them in place to, make us be able to do that. So I say just putting the trust in them.
Thanks, man.